Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a tag video, and I was tagged by the lovely Jacqueline from Hey It's Jacqueline. If you have not checked out her channel, I would highly recommend it. She does amazing makeup reviews, she does all sorts of things, and she is so beautiful, and she was so gracious to tag me, and I was so excited to film this video because it is my most complimented item. So of everything that I own, what are the items that I have that are most complimented? It could be makeup, it could be perfume, it could be handbags, it could be clothing items. So I took a look. I think I have quite a few items to share with you. We're kind of all over the place, and I thought about putting them into categories, but I thought it'd be kind of a little more fun if I just randomly tell you things. So I could have some handbags at the start, some handbags at the end. I do have a specific handbag that is by far my most complimented, and I'm going to save that one for last. But yeah, we have a lot of items, so we are going to get right into it. Thank you again to Jacqueline for tagging me. This is so fun. I will put her channel down below in case you want to check out her video as well, because she shared some amazing items. Okay, so the first item that I get compliments on every time I wear it is my neon blue Chanel classic flap in the medium size. I have always mentioned to you that Tiffany blue is one of my favorite colors. So when I saw this medium classic flap in this color, I knew immediately I had to add it to my collection. Not only is it Tiffany blue, but it also has the silver hardware, which I am a fan of white gold and platinum and silver, and this is just so beautiful. This is in lambskin, so you do have to be a little more delicate with it, but I do not have any wear and tear. I love wearing this. I wear this in the spring summer months. A lot of times I like to pair this with a white dress. I wore this to my daughter's graduation, and I just got so many compliments. It is so beautiful. It is your typical, classic flap with a double flap, and then there's the interior as well. It is so lovely, and every time I wear this I get questions on it, and people are like, oh my gosh, I love your bag. So again, this is the medium classic flap, and the color is neon blue, but it's really a beautiful Tiffany blue. All right, another bag that I get compliments on all the time is my Lady Dior. This is in the small size, and this is in the pastel mint color. I got this last year. I purchased this through the Dior in Neiman Marcus. I purchased this through my sales associate Christina. She is out in Las Vegas, and if you recall, I had purchased the mini Lady Dior in a beautiful iridescent yellow. It was lovely, but I bought that one, and then I saw this one because Christina will share pictures, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am in love with that bag. I had been on the hunt for a mint bag, and this was just perfect. And every time I wear this I get compliments. I wore this recently for Easter, and it is just so beautiful. It has the little acrylic Dior here. It has the top handle, and then it does come with a strap that is adjustable and removable, and on the inside I do have a Zumoni organizer that actually matches the bag perfect. I have mentioned before I do have a coupon with them that will save you 20% in case you're interested, but this bag is so lovely. A lot of times with the bright colored bags I don't get to wear them as much as I would like, but this just, oh my gosh, every time I wear it I get so excited because it is just so beautiful, and it is the perfect bag, and I have it in my closet, and whenever I go in I just stare at it. So I definitely get a ton of compliments when I wear this bag. Let's talk about another handbag, and we will kind of jump around. So this bag blew me away when I first saw it, because it was one of those bags that I was never really interested in. It was one of those styles I was never really interested in, but when I saw it sitting on the shelf, it was like calling my name, and it is the Chanel boy bag. I was never interested in this style, but when I saw this color, this pink, it is like a light pink with lavender undertones. It's going to be a little difficult to show up on camera, so I'll see if I can insert some overlays, but it is just so beautiful, and to this day whenever I wear it I get so many compliments. But I was looking for a new birthday bag to treat myself to, and I thought I was going to try to get a classic flap, but it was something about this boy bag in this combination. It was just sitting on the shelf, and it was so beautiful. So again, sometimes it's good, even if you have a bag in mind, to go in and look in the store, because there might be something else that kind of catches your eye, and I do not regret this at all. I remember when I bought it, my sales associate, she had said, oh my gosh, this is my favorite bag from Chanel. I absolutely love the Chanel boy bag, and she's right. There are some little negatives about it, like your hair will get caught in the chain, and sometimes it's a little bit of a pain to open because you have to squeeze it like this. But I have done a whole review on this bag, but I love the color and it is so, so unique. So this is one of those bags that I'm so glad I got. Don't know that I would have purchased the boy bag if it wasn't for that color, but I get so many compliments every time I wear it. Let's switch around a little bit, and I want to talk about nails. So I used to do my nails all the time when I was like in high school and college, and then I started getting my nails done, and because I get my nails done, I'm going to invest the money. I like to a lot of times get neutral colors, and I usually always get pink. So I get so many questions on my nails. People might see my nails when I do like what's in my bags, and I kind of do close-ups, and I always get D&D Ballet Pink on my nails. It's the most beautiful pink, and it's very neutral, so even though it's a pink color, like, you know, it matches with almost everything. But what I've been doing is I've been getting the D&D pink, and then I've been getting chrome over top of my nails, and I find that the chrome will kind of help the nail polish last a little bit longer. But every time I go to the nail salon, I will try to get something different, and I always end up getting the same thing. It's kind of a joke at this point. My mom will be like, oh, you're going to get your nails done, what color are you getting? I'm like, I'm going to get something new, and then I always walk out with the same. So again, if you're interested, it is D&D gel. I get ballet pink, and then I get a chrome over top, but I try to be careful with the chrome that I get a specific one that doesn't have yellow in it. I like the ones that have kind of more of a blue, but it has been my go-to and I love it, and you guys have been interested in it as well. Hey, I want to talk about a couple makeup items, and I want to talk about my complexion. So I am 44, I have a ton of lines and wrinkles, but one foundation that I swear by, and one foundation that I always get compliments in every time I wear it, is my Dior Forever Matte Foundation. That foundation is a medium to full coverage. It is buildable, but every time I wear it, and I am wearing it today, I will get compliments. I get a lot of compliments from like other sports moms. They'll be like, oh, you know, what makeup are you wearing? So I wanted to kind of share my combination for the complexion. So for my foundation, I always wear the Dior Forever foundation, and I have two specific shades. In the winter months, I use 2N or 2 Neutral, and in the summer months when I'm a little bit tanner, I'll use 2.5N. I have 2.5N on my face today. Then over top of that, I use the Dior powder. I absolutely love that, and that gives you like a nice flawless finish. It's done with one, and I have another one waiting to open, but that is so good. So I wanted to mention for my complexion, so thank you to you guys who have complimented me on that. I appreciate that, but that's what I wear. I love Dior Beauty, and I use the two of those items together for the base. I get a lot of questions, and I've gotten compliments on my eyes as well. Now, the one palette that I have used and abused is the Makeup by Mario palette, and I will insert an overlay. And just so you know, if I go too fast, all of these items will be linked in the description, so make sure to check the description. But this palette is so beautiful. It's a neutral palette, and they're all matte. So I use that on my eyes from the lid to the brow. I use it in the crease. And then for my eyes, because this palette doesn't have any shimmer, I have been using the Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in Top Yacht, and I have it on my eyes today, and you can see it just gives you the most beautiful sparkle. And I am going to insert overlays because I had thought to bring the makeup over here to my filming space, but then I was like, you know what, I don't want to like touch the makeup, touch the eyeshadow, then touch my handbags and possibly get makeup on them. So I hope you understand. So I will be inserting overlays so you can see what I'm talking about, but I have been loving that combination of the Makeup by Mario and the Tarte Chrome Paint Pot. I can't talk about eyes without mentioning my mascara. I have gotten so many compliments on my mascara, and it is the Tarte Tubing Mascara. This mascara is so great. I've talked about it till I'm blue in the face, but the thing I love is not only does it lengthen your lashes, I'm wearing it today, it's so easy to take off. So for example, you know how when you take your mascara off, the next day you'll have some of the mascara, there'll be like the remnants under your eyes. The great thing about this is all you do when you wash your face is you apply warm water, your cleanser, and then you literally pull it off. I'll see if I can insert a clip from when I did a Get Unready With Me reel on Instagram. It makes it so easy. It's actually kind of fun when I'm removing my makeup because I'm like, oh, and it almost seems like you're taking off false lashes. but all it is the mascara almost creates like tubes around your lashes. But I get so many compliments, and it is because of the Tarte tubing mascara. Let's go to jewelry for a second. So I had gotten into luxury jewelry, and I got into Cartier, and I have a few pieces from Cartier, but the one that I get complimented on nonstop is my Justin Clue ring. I have it on my pointer finger, and I have the diamonds on the nail head, and then over here I have my love ring, and then I have my little pave ring too. But this is the ring that, and I will insert overlay, this is the one I get compliments on all the time because people are like, oh my gosh, that's so unique. I'm used to seeing it in gold. I love the white gold. And then because I have the diamonds on the head here, it just really, really sparkles. I love this ring so much. I really do. A lot of you ask me if it's comfortable to wear, and it definitely is. I would just recommend that when you go in the store, you try it on, and make sure that there's a little bit of like wiggle room, because if you eat salt or if you eat something, you will like swell a little bit, and you want to make sure that it fits. But I love this, and I get so many compliments on it. Let's talk about some clothing items. I have to mention Zimmermann. I only have one Zimmermann dress, but every time I wear that Zimmermann dress, I get compliments, and people are like, I love your dress, where did you get it from? I would love to get another one, but Zimmermann dresses are a little bit of an investment, and as you may or may not know, I like to invest in handbags and that type of thing, and for my clothing items, I like to be a little more frugal, a little more affordable. So I only own one Zimmermann dress, but I have worn that so much, and I absolutely love it. I've worn it for a lot of special occasions, and I get so many compliments on it. So I would like to buy another Zimmermann dress. I have my eye on one that I'm considering getting, but we'll see. Like I said, clothing items I don't really like to invest a lot of money in, but that dress I love, and I've gotten so many compliments. Okay, sticking with a dress, I have to mention the dress that I am wearing today. It is so, so lovely. It has this tulle detail. It's a tie. It has these flowers all over it. I actually wore this dress on Mother's Day, and when I tell you, I got so many compliments. So at first we went to the melting pot, but that ended up not working out. It ended up being like way crowded. So we ended up leaving and going to another restaurant, and every place I went to, they're like, I love your dress. Where did you get it? And I had some of my friends who saw pictures that I posted and said the same thing. And this dress is so lovely. It is great for a special occasion, a graduation, like you could wear it to a wedding, whatever. I wore it for Mother's Day because I thought the flowers were fitting, but I wanted to wear it today because I wanted to specifically, mention it in today's video that this dress, so many people love it. So the specific one I got was sold out, but I was able to find similar versions on other websites. So check the description. I will definitely link similar versions down below. Okay, let's talk about sunglasses. I own a lot of sunglasses. I really do. I need to stop buying them, but the sunglasses that I get complimented on quite a bit are my Celine Triumph sunglasses. So these aren't really square. They're more of like an oval shape, and then the side has the little Celine logo. But I think the reason I get compliments on these is because they're just really chic and simple, right? There's not a lot to them, but they look so nice. And the thing I love about black oversized sunglasses is if you're like running out the door and you haven't really done your makeup, you can just put these sunglasses on and it kind of makes you look chic. It really does. But these are so beautiful. I really have also thought about investing in a Celine bag, but I'm just not sure about it yet. They are quite expensive, and if I'm going to invest a couple $1,000s in a bag, I'm almost like, well, should I just do Chanel or Louis Vuitton or one of those? But Celine bags are very beautiful and they're very classy, but for sunglasses, I get a ton of compliments when I wear these. I want to talk about a couple fragrances because these are definitely my most complimented fragrances. So my go-to scent is actually Clinique Happy. My daughter wears it too. I know I've talked about that, but whenever I wear this combination of the Clinique Happy body cream and the Clinique Happy, the two of these together smell so good. It really does. Every time I wear this lotion, somebody will compliment me, and then paired with the fragrance as well, it's so beautiful. Now keep in mind, it is very citrusy, so if you don't like citrus, you might not like it, but it's a light scent. It's not overpowering where you might like get a headache from it. I just love this, and my daughter gets complimented all the time, so this is definitely my everyday scent for sure. I love this so much, and I have a lot of fragrances, but this is definitely my go-to favorite. I always get compliments. Another fragrance that I get quite a few compliments on, but this one I kind of say, I don't want to say I save it for special occasions because I really wear my fragrances whenever, but it is a little more expensive, so I try not to wear it quite as much, but it is Chanel Gardinia. This is a little pricier, but it smells so good. It is just pure sweet gardenia. There's nothing else to it. So beautiful. The only downfall with this fragrance is it doesn't last very long, so what I would recommend is pairing it with the Chanel body cream. So this is the Chanel Fresh body cream. They don't currently have a Chanel Gardenia body cream, which I wish they would come out with, but if you pair these two together, it just helps the fragrance to last a little bit longer. So I like to pair this together, but I always put this fragrance on at night, and it is a light whipped texture, and it smells so good, and I always get complimented by my daughter and my husband if they give me like a hug good night. They're like, you smell good. And this is so light, and like I said, it's just kind of my go-to when going to bed. I like to put this on, but you can layer these two together, and since there isn't a Gardenia lotion, I like to layer these two together, and it smells divine. Okay, I have one more scent to share, and this one I want to mention that I ended up purchasing this because I gave someone else a compliment. I was walking through Saks Fifth Avenue, a lady was helping me, she worked there, and I was like, what are you wearing? Your perfume smells so good. And I liked it so much that it caused me to actually go buy it, and it's by Brunell Coochinelli. So this one is very different than my other scents because there's a bit of a spiciness. Now this is very strong, but it's one of those scents like when you first spray it, it's a little strong, but then throughout the day you smell it, you're like, oh my god, that is intoxicating. So I will put the notes up on the screen. Again, it has a little more of like a spicy scent, and it is different, but I just love it, and I felt like I had to mention it because I ended up complimenting the lady and she told me what it was, which forced me to end up buying it. So you know that a perfume has to smell good if like you smell, and it is a little pricier, so they're always having like fragrance events where you can maybe save 10% or maybe get a free gift with purchase, but I would recommend this. Again, Brunell Coochinelli, and you can see I have used, you know, quite a bit of it already considering how many perfumes I have. I have a couple more items. I want to talk about my lip combination. So a lot of times I'll just throw on a gloss, but if I want to wear some type of lip, it's always like a mauve tone, and I have been wearing these two. The first is the Marrauja Juicy Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Dusty Rose. Of course, it's a beautiful mauve, and then I will pair it with Rare Beauty. The one that I'm wearing on my lips today is Courage. I also like Confident, that's another one, but it again is like a mauve tone. It's so beautiful, and these are nice because it's like a really nice whipped texture, so it doesn't feel too heavy on your lips. You know, it doesn't transfer anything. It just gives you a little bit of color. So if I know that I want like a nice mauve lip, I always go with that combination. It is really, really good. And every time I wear it, someone will be like, oh, what are you wearing on your lips? That's so pretty. Okay, I have 3 more handbags to share, and I'm saving the most complimented for last. Okay, so I have to mention my Murakami Speedy, and every time I wear this bag, I get so many compliments, and I think it's because, you know, this has been so popular and these pieces have been hard to get, although more and more are becoming available and more people are able to get them now, but because they're having restocks, every time I wear this, somebody will say, oh my gosh, I love your bag. Where did you get your bag? You know, and I am so happy that I was able to add this to my collection. The Speedy 25, it has the little clochette. I actually did spray this bag. Did I do it on Instagram? I did a reel on Instagram, so if you want to see that, make sure to follow me on Instagram and check that out. I sprayed it with Apple Guard to make sure that I can protect the handles from rain spots, but this is a beautiful bag, feet on the bottom. It also does come with a strap that is removable, but not adjustable, but I love that bag and I get so many compliments. Okay, we are coming down to the end. I have 2 more bags to share. This bag, I bought it last summer, and when I tell you I get so many compliments, that is an understatement. So much to the point where people keep asking me, you know, where did you get that bag? Is it still available? And it is my Tori Burch raffia bag. I bought this last year, so they don't have this one in stores anymore, but I shared on Instagram very similar bags Tori Burch has them out with, and I love this because if you're similar to me with your style where you like to wear a lot of colorful dresses, this is a great raffia bag because it is very neutral. So if I'm wearing colorful dresses, I want to have a bag that is like uniform and neutral, and this one has just been great. So it opens, there is a large compartment, but there's also this little spot right here where I put my phone. I'll wear this crossbody, but if you want, you can, you know, double it up as like a short shoulder. You can also wear it as like a long shoulder. It is adjustable. It is just a great bag. So like I said, this one is not available more, but there are a ton of very similar raffia bags that I will link down below. We are at the final bag that every time I wear this, I get compliments. Do you guys have any guesses what it is? Bag is my pink Chanel classic flap in the iridescent. This is such a special bag. It really is. I wore this to my first YouTube event and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I love your bag. Where did you get your bag? What year is that bag from? So pretty because it is that nice pink, like almost like a pink with lavender undertones, but it has like an iridescent shift, and then it has champagne gold hardware. It is just so pretty, and this is actually like one of the centerpieces in my closet. So like when I walk into my closet, I have my bags on display because a lot of people keep their bags in dust bags, which are great. You know, it protects them a little more, but I like to have them on display so that I can enjoy them even if I'm not wearing them. But this bag, it is so pretty. Now I will say, I do have, where is it? Oh, I can't find it at the moment. I do have a little bit of color transfer, but I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm gonna wear this bag. I'm gonna enjoy it. It is so pretty. But by far, out of all of my bags, whenever I wear this, people are like, oh my goodness. Because like I said, it is different. Because not only is it pink, but it also has that iridescent shift to it. It is so lovely, and I am so happy to have it in my collection. But there you have it, my friends. Those are a list of the most complimented items. I was really trying to look at my collection and really kind of think about compliments that I've gotten, because I didn't want to just add anything. I wanted to make sure that I added items that I could think of a time where I've gotten compliments, and these are all those items. So like usual, I will link all these items in the description box down below. I want to give another thank you to Jacqueline for tagging me. I really appreciate it. I will also mention some ladies down below who I would love to see you do this tag as well. Tag videos are so much fun, they really are. So thank you again for watching. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you hit that little subscribe button, and I'd love to have you follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.